Okay, so the last shape I think that we're talking about in this chapter or unit is the circles. So we're going to find the area of a circle. And whenever you use circle, you use this pi, which is the symbol that looks like this. And pi sort of goes on forever. It's just called pi, P-I. Is the math term for it. It's approximately, if you're doing it by hand, 3.14 is what most people use. Those numbers just keep going on forever. So if you ever just use it in a calculator, the fancier calculators have a pi button on them, and so you can use that. But pi is approximately 3.14. So the area of a circle, the formula for that is pi r squared. Okay, so where our pi can represent that 3.14, or you can use your calculator and it will use the numbers that go on forever, and r is your radius. So you might ask, what's the radius of a circle? Okay, so let's try to draw a circle here. And the radius, so the center of a circle is usually marked like that. And the radius is from the center to the outside edge. So this is the radius. Okay, now that is different from the line that goes all the way across it. So that is called the diameter. If it goes all the way across from one edge of the circle, goes through the middle, and then comes to the other edge. So remember then that your diameter is 2 times your radius. Because if we were to extend this radius line all the way across, that would be the diameter. So let's look at that the other way. Then radius is also 1/2 then of your diameter. So sometimes you might be given the diameter and you need to know the radius, or you might be given the radius and want to know what the diameter is. But the formula uses radius. And so if they give you the diameter, you've got to make sure you go and find that radius. Okay, so let's just look at a circle and see if we can find the area of it. Okay, so let's do a circle here. There's a center, and we are told that is 3 centimeters. Okay, so if that line is drawn from the center to the outside edge, we know the radius then is 3 centimeters. Our formula, remember, the area of a circle is pi r squared. Pi, we're going to use 3.14 for now. So let's just fill that out. Pi 3.14 times the radius 3 squared. Now, it's very important to see that only the r, or the radius here, is the one that's squared. Pi is not squared. So you have to do that part first if you're doing it in those steps. So we want to say, and remember, anything squared, so side note over here, 3 squared is not 3 times 2, it's 3 times 3, which is 9. Remember, that little exponent means how many times am I multiplying that number by itself. So in this instance, we're multiplying it twice by itself. So that's going to become 3.14 times 9. 3 squared is 9. And so then we want to see what is 3.14 times 9. So the area of that circle is 28 and 26 hundredths centimeters squared. All right, here's another example. All right, if we are given 10 inches. So take a look at that. That is all the way across. So they are giving us the diameter is 10 inches. But we want to know what is the radius. Well, remember, radius is 1/2 of that diameter. So 1/2 of 10 would be 5. So our radius is 5. And that's the number that we want to use when we are calculating the area. So area again is pi r squared. So 3.14 times 10 squared. Remember, you have to square the 10 first. So 3.14, that's 10 times 10, which is 100. Then 100 times the 3.14 is 314 inches squared is the area of that circle. Now, do we even have to have a circle drawn for us? We could just say, what's the area of a circle with a radius equal to 9? I mean, that's really all the information that we need to know. Well, we know area is, it's just another example, pi r squared. So 3.14 times 9 squared. 9 squared is 81. 9 times 9. And then 81 times 3.14 gives us an area of that circle 254 and 34 hundredths units squared. So whatever that was. And we don't know. So let's just put units squared. Okay. And that's how you find the area of a circle.